없었다는 sight 빛나는 초록색의 light 빛나는 발을 올려 마치 bike I just gotta get it, watch me go 우린 필요 없었다는 sight 빛나는 초록색의 lights 빛나는 발을 올려 마치 bike I just gotta get it, watch me go 우리 모두 눌러쓰고 누에어 초신해 우리 보고 엄지들어 모든 곳인데 Watch me 하고 spin it 팔면 지각해 뭐 hitman처럼 힘만 떼고 싶어서 난 reload 신어주면 바로 던져 넣어 마치 freedom 우린 필요 없었다는 sign 빛나는 초록색의 lights 빛나는 발을 올려 마치 bike I just gotta get it, watch me go I just gotta get it, watch me go I just gotta get it 가져와 new beat 가져와 new hit 가져와 new shit under new shit 가져와 new beat 가져와 new hit 가져와 new shit under new shit 저의 건물 속에 밤새 노선 깔고 잠에 all day 외쳐나 flipping 마치 Fridays pancakes bloodshot eyes tonight 도망가 여길 벗어나 Cause 우리는 꿈꿔왔지 전 I am died 전개라 걸어채워 얼른 밟아 그대로 이 자리를 떠지는 지구죠 Cause we're on a tour 더 세게 speed it up 지금 give me so hot Driving so fast 나를 지르긴 on day to night right we're on a tour yeah we're on a tour yeah we're on a tour Driving so fast 나를 지르긴 on day to night right we're on a tour 범생의 나의 past 사건 직무까지 뒤로 came back 인생의
and explore the largest mountain fortress in Korea. As well as all this, there are so many tourist attractions, beautiful exhibitions, vibrant culture, convenient facilities, and delicious foods unique to Busan. With all the beauty and charm of the amazing city of Busan, you'll find yourself right at home in this ever-changing tourism paradise. So stay with us a while. Busan, your #1 tourist destination. Your home, away from home. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어 방송.
Want to be a friend of BFM Busan 영어 방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산 영어 방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I call him.
지금 방송 광고라는 부메랑을 던져보세요. 소비자를 향해 정확히 날아가는 광고. 힘차게 돌아가는 경제. 부메랑처럼 다시 기업의 이익으로 되돌아오니까요. 방송 광고, 경제에 큰 힘이 됩니다. 부산 방송광고발전협의회.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
Do you remember Fubao? How can we forget the fervor? Well, as a reminder, Fubao was born in 2020, and she was the first bred panda in Korea to mother Aibao and her mate Lubao. Giant pandas are notoriously hard to breed because did you know that female pandas, they are fertile for just 1 to 3 days a year? There's a tiny, tiny window. Well, I come bearing good news this morning. So Korea's celebrity panda family has a new addition. Everland just announced that Aibao gave birth to a healthy female cub on June 3rd. They announced this yesterday. Both mother and baby are said to be healthy and under close observation by keepers as well as veterinarians around the clock. So what is her name, this new baby? Well, the cub doesn't have a name. And the public is going to get involved because there is a public naming contest when she reaches her pegil, her 100-day milestone, just like her older sister. So are we ready to get attached again? I'm Catherine. This is Morning Wave in Busan on Thursday, June 11th on BEFM, 부산 영어 방송. Good morning, Wavers. I hope you're all doing well. So when I saw the news regarding this new baby panda, I was just really happy. We need some good news. There's a lot of news about war. There's a lot of news about politics. And of course, we cover all of that. But I wanted to begin our Thursday morning with something a little bright, a little happier. So congrats to, once again, Aibao, the mom. She did all the hard, the labor and all that. So anyhow, as we near its 100 day, we will talk about what her name is. In the meantime, text topic time. Which or who is your favorite cartoon or animated character? 자, 내가 가장 좋아하는 내 추억 속의 캐릭터는? Ooh. What is it? Who is it? And why? We definitely want the why. The why is important. So send in your responses to BFM's live stream live chat on YouTube. Go to the YouTube platform and type in BEFM. And then you can find our YouTube channel. You can subscribe, log in, and then chat with other waivers from your phone, pound 9050, shop 9050. That's going to cost you 100 won. Also, reach me for free on Kakao Talk as well. So same thing there. You got to find us first, BEFM or 부산 영어 방송. Find our account. Add us as a friend, and then you can send in your messages. Oh, you can send in photos too. Today's a good day to send in photos of your favorite cartoon or animated character. And the ways you can tune into our show, 90.5 or 103.3 FM on the radio if you're in Busan. We're streaming live right now on YouTube as I speak, so come check us out. We're available on the BFM app, also the Patbang app too. So here's a lineup for today. So we have a jam-packed schedule as usual. So first up, we have GN for local news. Now in Busan, we have Haley coming in for top stories and Waggle, that's in hour number 2. And then we have Michael Kang coming in for Weekly Profile. In hour number 2, we have Professor Jang Ho-gun for Expanding Horizons. And for a special interview today, well, we're going to be talking with the Director of Investment Promotion Division 2 at the Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone Authority. And this is important because this is very much connected to our local economy. So we're going to find out more from an expert because they are definitely there at the agency. We're going to have them come in person today for our in-person special interview. That's coming up in hour number 2. For now, though, let's say hello to Jian. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's Thursday.
It is. Yay. We're almost there.
Yes. So I do want to ask you, our text topic, who's your favorite cartoon or animated character?
So I've been thinking about it.
Yes.
I was not a big fan of like animations or cartoons, but I can recall that I've been watching SpongeBob's.
Oh, SpongeBob. Oh. And what do you like about SpongeBob?
They're just happy all the time, no matter what, even on Monday. They're always
that's
hyped.
Tough to do, right?
Right. Now I can tell. I didn't understand back then, but now I can tell that SpongeBob was a little mad, maybe.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Yes. Well, thank you for sharing. We're going to jump into some local news. It looks like a major legal dispute tied to the Northport redevelopment has finally been resolved. So let's get the story first.
Yes, a long-running lawsuit between the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries and the Busan Port Authority, or BPA, centered on how to calculate land development costs of the Busan Northport redevelopment project has been dropped after both sides reached an agreement.
Yes, so what were they disagreeing about in the first place?
The problem was that the two sides used different standards for calculating the value of the land. BPA argued the appraisal should be based on the land's market value at the time of sale, while the ministry said it should be based on the value at project completion. That difference created a gap of roughly 270 billion won in estimated costs, leading BPA to file a lawsuit in late 2023.
Okay, so that's the backdrop. How was the issue resolved?
So the both sides agreed earlier this year to settle the matter through negotiations. They have now decided on framework for determining land values and aim to complete ownership arrangements within this year.
And that could affect some major relocation projects, I'm thinking, too, right?
Yes, HMM has already confirmed plans to relocate its headquarters to Busan, while the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries is preparing to launch a competition for its new headquarters site later this month.
Right.
As a result, there's growing interest in where these landmark buildings could eventually be located within Northport.
All right, so thanks for giving us an update on that story. Next, as Busan prepares for the upcoming BTS concerts, the city is facing both opportunities and also challenges.
Yes.
Let's start with the staffing issue. I hear that this has become kind of controversial.
Right. So Busan City had initially planned to assign hundreds of civil servants to help manage traffic and crowd control around the concert venue.
Yes.
However, the plan drew criticism after reports spread online that public officials were being mobilized for a commercial concert. The city withdrew the mandatory staffing plan and decided to recruit volunteers from within the public workforce instead.
I see. Well, what other concerns have surfaced ahead of the events?
Well, Busan accounted for more than half of all tourism-related complaints filed nationwide during the month, with many linked to accommodation issues ahead of the BTS concert.
I see. And how are the authorities responding to this?
The Ministry of Culture, Sports and Tourism and the Korea Tourism Organization will launch a consumer-friendly tourism campaign campaign in Haeundae this week. The campaign aims to promote transparent pricing and improve visitor experiences at traditional markets and other tourist destinations.
Right. And transportation services, they're also being expanded during the concerts, right?
Yes, that's right. Korail will increase train services on both concert days, June 12th and 13th. Additional Donghae Line commuter trains and temporary intercity services will be operated as well, while late-night train schedules will also be extended.
Yes, we want everybody to have a good time and it to be just a good experience for everybody.
Right.
All right, next up, Busan is introducing a new system for managing business waste at its regional treatment facilities. So what's changing here?
Busan City has established new regulations for bringing business-generated waste into municipal treatment facilities and will introduce a direct contract system with waste-producing businesses. This includes everyday waste produced by large facilities such as department stores, general hospitals, and other businesses that generate an average of more than 300 kilograms of waste per day.
Well, I'm curious, how was the system managed before?
Well, until now, the city mainly managed waste deliveries by registering and designating collection and transportation vehicles. However, officials said that approach made it difficult to directly monitor waste-producing businesses and respond effectively when disposal fees went unpaid.
So what will be different under the new system?
Instead of working only through waste transport companies, businesses that generate the waste will now be required to sign contracts directly with the Busan City. Businesses will have to renew their waste disposal contracts every year, and key requirement is payment guarantee insurance to prevent unpaid disposal fees.
Yes, and when will the new system take effect?
The new contract system will officially begin on January 1st next year. Only businesses that complete a disposal contract by the end of 2026 will be allowed to bring waste into Busan City's regional treatment facilities.
Well, thank you for giving us the updates on the regional treatment facilities. We're going to move on and talk about this, a swan.
Yes.
We talked about a panda in the beginning. Now we're going to talk about a swan. A swan raised and trained in Busan has completed an extraordinary migration journey. So we want to know about this story, but why is it attracting so much attention?
A whopper swan named Yeorumi has successfully completed a round-trip migration of more than 4,600 kilometers between Busan and Russia. The bird traveled to its breeding grounds in Russia, returned to Korea for the winter, and has now headed north once again for the breeding season.
Oh, and is this Yeorumi on our screen
That's
right now?
Yeorumi on our
Aw.
YouTube screen.
How are researchers able to track the bird's journey? I'm guessing that red circle where it says GPS.
You're
Could that
right.
be it? Yes.
So the Nakdong Asteroid Echo Center attached a GPS tracking device to Yeorumi and monitored its movements over time. Using the GPS data, researchers confirmed the swan's migration route.
Yes, and why is this considered such a significant achievement?
Yeorumi is an endangered species and a protected natural monument that was born and raised in captivity. This is the first known case in Korea of a captive-bred whopper swan successfully completing an international migration route after receiving wild adaptation training and then returning to its training habitat on its own.
I see. So we want to get real personal. We want to know more about Yeorumi's background. What do we know?
Yeorumi hatched at Everland in Yongin in May 2023. Later that year, in October, the bird was transferred to the Öl숙도 water bird alternative habitat in Busan, where it underwent a structured program designed to help captive birds adapt to life in the wild.
I see. So what does this mean for conservation efforts in Busan?
The successful migration demonstrates that the Nakdonggang River estuary can serve as a safe and effective habitat for migratory birds. Researchers also see it as an encouraging example of how carefully managed wild adaptation programs can help endangered species regain natural behaviors.
I see. So we learned about Yeorumi. And by the way, I know it looks like whooper, but it's actually hooper swan.
Hooper swan.
Yes, yes. So this is a hooper swan named Yeorumi. And thank you for giving us all the local stories. We'll check in with you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. This was Jian, and I'll be back with your traffic and weather. It's time for your traffic report, so let's talk about that congestion on Nakdong-Namno from Hadan intersection to Hagwon Bridge. It's also backed up on Dongso Overpass from Hwangyang Ramp to Daegum. There's traffic on Mandakdero from Sukdung to Deokcheon intersection. It's also quite busy on Jungangdero from Daeseong Underpass to Oncheon-gyo intersection. Currently, it is 20 degrees Celsius in Busan under sunny skies with the daytime high going all the way up to 27 today. Across the nation, clear, but the atmosphere is unstable, which may lead to sudden showers in some inland regions in the afternoon to the evening, so you may want to pack a small umbrella. So if it's not raining, the UV rays are going to be blazing. We're talking about going to bad ozone levels. So make sure you put on sunscreen and avoid going outside between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. if possible. This was your traffic and weather. It's time for the morning brief. South Korea and EU condemn North Korea and Russia military cooperation. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and leaders of the European Union, or EU, are strongly condemning military cooperation between North Korea and Russia, calling it illegal and a factor enabling Russia to continue its war on Ukraine. NEC launches fact-finding committee into ballot shortage. The National Election Commission, or NEC's fact-finding committee, composed of outside experts, held its inaugural meeting yesterday to launch an investigation into last week's unprecedented local elections ballot shortage. PPP elects Chung Jum-sik as new floor leader. The main opposition, People Power Party, or PPP, elected three-term lawmaker Chung Jum-sik as its new floor leader yesterday, days after his predecessor resigned following the party's crushing defeat in last week's local elections. Seoul shares again dip over 4%. The benchmark Kospi plummeted more than 4%, ending at 7,730 points due to escalating tensions between the United States and Iran and a tech slump fueled by concerns over AI stocks. U.S. begins launching more strikes against Iran. U.S. Central Command forces have begun launching more strikes at multiple targets in Iran in response to Tehran's unwarranted and continued aggression, and that's according to the U.S. Central Command. This was the Morning Brief. You're tuned into hour number one of Morning Wave in Busan on this Thursday morning. And it's time for top stories. We have Haley in the studio. Let's say hi first. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, we have, of course, many stories to cover as usual. We're going to jump right in. First, the government yesterday announced that it is dismantling the formerly powerful Defense Counterintelligence Command. So let's get into this story.
Right. So Defense Minister An Gyu-baek yesterday announced the reform measures that would dismantle the Defense Counterintelligence Command, or the DCC, and reorganize or redistribute its functions. So the DCC, since its foundation back in 1977, back then it was the Army Security Command, had exercised enormous powers within the military. However, its downfall began with it playing a key role in the previous Yoon Suk-yeol administration's December 3rd martial law situation.
That's right. Well, let's talk about the restructuring. How will it take place?
Right, so let's go over the key roles that the DCC has. Number one is anti-espionage and defense industry intelligence. Second, counterterrorism, and cybersecurity. So the anti-espionage and defense industry intelligence, along with cybersecurity duties, activities will go to what will be newly established, the Defense Industry Headquarters. Counterterrorism and investigative rights and martial law situation will go to the Defense Ministry's investigative headquarters. However, the highly clandestine activities, they've been kind of seen as a factor that contributed to the accumulation of its political power. And critics say that this falls outside the scope of its duties as a military intelligence agency.
I see. And I hear that some functions are disappearing altogether.
Right, so this goes in line with said criticism. Another key pillar of the missions, such as running background checks on persons of interest, gathering personnel intel, and other sorts of personal vetting, will be completely abolished. So these clandestine activities had been under controversy, and it seems that they will be a page in the history books.
Yes, so that's our first story. We're going to move on and get some news from Belgium with President Lee Jae-myung's visit.
Right, so the day started yesterday with a summit between President Lee and Belgian Prime Minister Bart de Wever. Here, the two agreed to expand investment in advanced sectors, and that would include batteries and energy. They also signed MOUs, or Memoranda of Understanding, to promote communication and cooperation between small businesses. Previously, President Lee commended Belgium for having a robust SME sector to turn their countries into strategic bases for each other's overseas expansion.
Yes, and he also met with leaders of the European Union.
Right, that's because Brussels serves as a de facto capital for the European Union, or the EU. So President Lee met with the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, and the President of the European Council, Antonio Luis Santos da Costa. And during their meeting, as you mentioned, the two leaders, or the three leaders rather, they condemned this illegal military cooperation between Pyongyang and Moscow because they're seeing this as North Korea enabling Russia to continue its war against Ukraine, and urged Pyongyang and Moscow to halt all related activities and comply with relevant resolutions set by the United Nations. The two sides, South Korea and the EU, also signed an agreement to launch negotiations for a bilateral information security pact, and this would be a part of efforts to boost security and defense cooperation.
Right, so that was the first part. And now the president is on to the second leg of his trip.
Right, so we're getting news that he has landed in Rome for part 2 of his trip in Italy. This is a state visit. The president is scheduled to hold a summit with Italian President Sergio Mattarella on Thursday local time, followed up by talks with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni the following day. He will then make a 2-day trip to the Vatican, where he is scheduled to meet with Pope Leo XIV, and then the final part of the trip to Evian, France, for the Group of Seven, or G7 summit. So the attendees here will include U.S. President Donald Trump and Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi, although no bilateral meeting is officially on the books, at least yet.
I see, and of course, we're going to continue to cover that story. And now let's go to the fast developing situation that has been the local elections ballot shortage.
So as you said, the NEC, the National Election Commission, launched its fact-finding committee comprised entirely of outside experts. They held their first meeting yesterday, and they will operate for 10 days as an independent committee, looking into the cause of the ballot shortage crisis, as well as what entities or individuals may be responsible.
And this is separate from the court case that's already begun.
Right, so we'll try to do our best to keep track of all the separate pieces of this. But there is a legal case lodged by a Supreme Council member, Kim Jong-chul of the Reform Party. So here, this is a part of the story where the Seoul Eastern District Court ordered for the ballot boxes and CCTV footage from the Jamsil 7 election district to be preserved as evidence.
Right.
And yesterday, it conducted an on-site inspection of the senior center in Songpagu that was used as that polling station.
Yes, but I hear in another twist, a piece of evidence may have disappeared.
Right, and this has emerged as the biggest story in this ongoing, I think we can call it saga at this point.
Yes.
So court officials led by Judge Kim Ji-yeon at the Seoul Eastern District Court, they went to the polling station, as I said, to search for said evidence. And this included a box that contained some 1,900 printed but unmarked ballots. This, we do need to clarify, this is not the ballot box, which is what we refer to as the votes that were stamped would go in.
Yes.
These were unmarked ballots, so 투표용지, 보관상자. However, in a press release later, the court said that box was gone. And this is one of the pieces of evidence that the court had ordered to be preserved.
Okay, so we need to know what happened to the box.
So initially, the National Election Commission officials said that they don't know. where the box was, adding that because it is not a ballot box, but simply a box containing unmarked ballots, this is not within their realm, or they're not beholden by the law to preserve that box or keep track of it.
Okay.
Later, the Songpa Election Commission said that the box had been thrown out because it was collected by the waste management company the previous day around noon, about 5 hours before the court had handed down the order to preserve the box as evidence. So they're saying that these are just used for empty ballots and the office had no intention of destroying evidence. But ironically, the box was again known as a piece of evidence that could have proven or not proven the NEC's lax election management.
Yes, yes. So the Joint Police Prosecutorial Investigation Team has also started its probe. So what's at the core of their investigation?
Right. So this would be the dereliction of duty and abuse of authority case lodged against now the former NEC chair, Do Tae-ak, and other officials.
Yes.
So they all have one thing in common: intent or proving 고의성. So if this was the result of simple lapse or shortfalls in management, that's just professional negligence at best, not dereliction of duty or abuse of authority. So with that as background, the team will be looking at the intent, internal guidance, ballot management, and whether there was a purpose or intent behind all of this.
Yes, and we're getting more information about the extent of these ballot shortages.
Right, so we're getting updates to the numbers as to how many ballots were printed or rather not printed. So according to the NEC data released by People Power Party lawmaker Jung Hee-yong, it shows that there was a shortage of 7,194 ballots across 91 polling stations nationwide on June 3rd. This is about 1.5 times higher than what they had initially reported. And 26 polling stations had to suspend voting because they had flat out run out of ballots. And the waiting time ranges from a short 4 minutes to a whopping 105 minutes.
Oh, goodness. So how many people were involved in this decision to only print 50% of the ballots?
And then some case, it apparently fell to 49%, which would be against the NEC's own guidelines. But to answer your question, two.
Two people.
So according to NEC documents released by PPP lawmakers Kim Seung-soo and Kim Min-jeon, the commission decided to lower the minimum threshold for the ballots from previous 60% to the current 50% of eligible voters. That decision was made not after a full meeting, but upon a decision from the Secretary General December of last year. So that's one person.
Okay.
And then the same month later, the election manual was revised to reflect that 50% change upon the decision of the election policy chief. So that would make it a grand total of two people. Well, the NEC emphasized that the progressive lowering of the minimum threshold had been going on. Back in 2009, that was 80%, down to 70% in 2016. And that's been in line with the increase in early voting, meaning there wasn't a need for more ballots on the day of the election, difficulty in getting the printers to do that job quickly, and in ballot verification and storage challenges, also concerns for misplacing extra ballots, which had previously been reason for claims of election fraud.
Well, as this is going on, protests in front of the counting station have been ongoing. But this has gotten to the point that protesters may be infringing upon other people's activities.
Right, so these protests have been happening outside the Seoul Olympic Park handball stadium, and that stadium is basically blocked off, and that's prevented employees of the stadium from going into work and doing their job.
Okay.
The employees apparently asked the police to help them breach that barrier and go into work on Tuesday, but apparently one protester basically looked over one employee's business card and said, no, that person looks suspicious, and that they were not allowed to enter. Again, this is a private citizen who made these claims. This resulted in an argument, but apparently things got a little bit heated on the scene with crowds swelling, and the employees all had to back off.
I don't understand how it's okay to be checking someone's ID.
It's not.
Okay. And the protesters, they even resorted to searching people, really?
Again, also wouldn't necessarily be legal. I'm not a
Right.
judge, but doesn't seem to be. So this happened on Monday. Again, this being the Olympic handball stadium.
Right.
The girls' national handball team came to the stadium to get their training equipment. But protesters went through their bags, raising suspicions that they could be trying to smuggle evidence out. Again, this is the girls' handball team. The police said this was illegal and that they will respond sternly to such action and to cooperate with officials on the scene to make sure that passage through the area could be guaranteed and smooth.
Okay. So many facets to that story we'll continue to cover. Let's now talk about the U.S. and its inflation numbers.
Right. So the United States marked its highest inflation in 3 years, and that's been triggered, of course, by the war against Iran. So U.S. inflation jumped to 3.8%. That's according to the latest Consumer Price Index, or the CPI figures for April. The biggest reason for this jump, the cost of gasoline and groceries accounting for over half of the CPI, plus housing costs.
So I'm thinking, obviously, this is due to the war in Iran.
Clearly, because the resulting effective closure of the Strait of Hormuz, that's basically blocked off about 20% of crude oil going to the world. That led to the jump in oil prices and a surge in the price of gas in the United States.
Yes.
By how much? Well, according to the motor group AAA, the national average for a gallon of unleaded gas is at its highest level since July of 2022. That was during the early days of the war in Ukraine, now averaging at $4.50 per gallon.
And the inflation rate is important not just for the cost of living, but also how this affects other decisions.
Namely, the Federal Reserve's decision to either lower, freeze, or raise the interest rate. That's set for later this month. So now it's almost a for sure fact the Fed won't cut rates this year, which is what President Donald Trump had been pushing for.
Okay.
And even experts say that leaves the possibility of a rate hike down the line. It also poses a challenge, speaking of President Trump and the Republicans, ahead of the upcoming November midterm elections. No one wants to see higher prices. That would be bad for the sitting administration.
Right. So the U.S. president, though, he seemed very unfazed by these figures.
Right. So after the numbers were released, he was speaking to reporters at the White House, and he said, quote, he loves the inflation. And that the numbers were, again, quote, great. So the president went on to claim that U.S. forces have conducted nighttime operations with tens of ships removed millions of barrels of oil from Iran, and that contributed to a slight drop in oil prices, although we're not seeing that at least quite yet, as global oil benchmarks are still trading significantly higher.
Right. Well, on that note, let's get the latest from the Middle East.
Right. So the downing of the U.S. helicopter in the Strait of Hormuz, that has launched a wave of attacks between the United States and Iran, and that puts the already weak ceasefire into grave question. And as you said, according to the U.S. Central Command, they've began launching strikes in multiple targets across Iran.
Okay.
This follows President Donald Trump's comments that said the U.S. is going to attack Iran, quote, very hard, although he is still alluding to a peace deal, saying that the U.S. was close to a deal, but also accused Iran of playing the U.S. And Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth followed this up, saying that the U.S. will negotiate with bombs if necessary.
Well, what about Iran? How has Iran responded?
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian said that President Trump's comments show a sign of desperation and that his country will stand firm against any pressure or threats.
And it seems other operations have also been happening.
Right. So the U.S. has also attacked 2 water reservoirs in southern Iran, and this is according to the local authorities. But that, if it is true, leaves some 20,000 people without drinking water. And Iran has accused this of being a calculated war crime. President Trump also said that the U.S. military has been carrying out a secret mission last month to support oil tankers and other commercial ships to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. And he described the effort as wildly successful, saying that this is evidence that the U.S. controls Hormuz, not Iran.
We're going to leave it on that note. All the stories for top stories. And then, of course, we'll check in with you in hour number 2. Thanks for the reporting, Haley.
See you in a bit.
It's time for a song break. Here it is. This is Ellie Goulding's Love Me Like You Do.
You're the light, you're the night, you're the color of my blood. You're the cure, you're the pain, you're the only thing I wanna touch. Never knew that it could mean so much, so much. You're the fear, I don't care, 'cause I've never been so high. Follow me
traffic is so bad. Let's see what's on the radio.
Get the latest news and current issues that you need here on Morning Wave in Busan. You're now listening to Morning Wave in Busan with me, Catherine. Welcome back, everybody. It is now time for our next segment. It is called A Weekly Profile, and we have Michael Kang in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Very, very good. And you?
Are you really? You don't sound good.
조금
피곤해요?
잠이 덜 깬 느낌이에요.
왜
I
그럴까요?
barely woke up from the sleep.
Oh, really?
It feels like.
It feels like it?
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we can wake you up. That's our
Hopefully.
role and duty.
Hopefully.
Well, I do want to get to our text topic. So, what's your favorite cartoon or animated character? Like, now or even like since you're little? Do you have a favorite?
Okay. Well, I'll make it into a quiz.
Okay.
So I'll come up with the sound that this character makes, and you guess. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
피가, 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 피가.
I wonder, should we do like 20 questions trying to figure out who this character is? Might it
스무고개
be
해볼까요?
yellowish?
Yellowish.
Maybe just a little?
Yes, it's yellow.
Yellow.
It's yellow.
Okay. And is that the extent of its language?
That's pretty much the only word that it can say.
And is there like a lightning
Oh,
associated
yes.
with-
The buzz.
Okay. So,
You're on the right track.
yes. So might it be,
Uh-huh.
just wondering, out on a limb, might it be Pikachu? Maybe?
You're correct. Ba-bum. You're the millionaire.
Right. Love it.
Yeah,
And
my
people
favorite
are,
character.
과음한
아니에요. 그런 느낌 I wasn't intending to. 아니에요. 저 어제 잘 잤어요. 어제 일찍 잤어요.
진짜요?
I slept at like 8 p.m. I went to bed. At 8
You
p.m.
slept too much.
잠을 너무
Maybe.
많이 자서 그런 것 같아요.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But they
you're right.
say sometimes if you sleep too long, it kind of makes you groggy. So, all right, let's wake you up. Who are we profiling today?
Today,
Yes.
다 짐작하실 것 같기도 한데, we're talking about BTS.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I
So
wonder
many
why.
obvious things today, but I love it. Okay, so
I
BTS.
wonder why.
Yes, why?
혹시 모르시는 분들을 위해서, they are the world-renowned K-pop group that grew from a small Korean agency into one of the most powerful cultural forces of the 21st century. And right now, they're once again at the center of global attention as Busan turns purple for their BTS World Tour 아리랑 in Busan concerts and their 13th debut anniversary.
Yeah, so we're talking tomorrow.
내일이에요.
Tomorrow, that means like if you're not going to go to the concert, stay away because it's going to be so crowded, right?
I actually came
And
back.
Saturday.
I actually came back from Seoul yesterday,
Right?
and the people. KTX에
네.
each and every one of them are all like foreigners. 다 외국에서 오신 분들이요.
많아요. There's a
And
lot.
I'm guessing they're all for BTS. BTS 보러 오신 것 같아.
Welcome
to Busan.
Yes.
Welcome to Busan.
Right. So this is, a monumental thing. But let's go back to the origins.
Yes.
Let's remind our listeners, what does BTS originally mean?
So many people know BTS, but many people may not know 방탄소년단.
Because that's like so old school.
It sounds old now, right?
Yeah.
But BTS does stand for 방탄소년단, which translates roughly to Bulletproof Boy Scouts. Okay, that's a good translation.
It is, but it sounds so weird.
It sounds
Yeah.
weird. It does.
Right.
But the idea, though, is symbolic, right? The group wanted to block out the bullets of prejudice, pressure, and social expectations faced by young people.
Right.
So from the beginning, BTS wasn't just a name; it was a mission statement.
And if you're on our YouTube channel, you can see them. They are like fully grown men now. Because they started as kind of boyish,
Yeah.
right? Because,
I remember.
and then now it's just like they're men.
Yeah, they're like, I don't know, they're beyond men. I mean,
Right,
they're
right.
like this otherworldly
True.
people now.
Yes, they're characters of their own.
Yes.
And they were not originally planned as like your typical idol group, I hear.
Exactly. So BTS or 방탄소년단 began as a hip-hop focused project centered around our Early on, the concept was much more focused on rap and music than, dance, choreography, or idol performance. So many trainees passed through the project before the final 7-member lineup was formed, which is RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, or J-Hop, right? J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. That hip-hop foundation stayed with them. So even after they became a full idol group, rap, songwriting, and self-expression remained central to their identity.
Yes, indeed. And, everybody you may know this story, but like BTS is often called like the miracle of a small agency because like Hybe is not what it was, or like it was
a different name
right?
too. Yeah. So before Hybe came into being, they debuted in 2013 under Big Hit Entertainment. Big Hit라고 하면 약간 좀 진짜 90년대, 2000년대 바이브가 들긴 해요. 그죠? They used to be. So Hybe used to be Big Hit Entertainment, which at the time was not one of Korea's major entertainment companies.
Yes. It was definitely not a major.
Not a major. Their debut single album, Too Cool for School, so it sounds so old now
but it's
for
so
some
cute,
reason.
yeah.
Too Cool for School. Introduced them as a young group speaking directly to their generation.
Yes.
At first, they were not instant superstars. They were seen as promising rookies, but still one of many, many groups fighting for attention.
Oh, definitely the rise was gradual, but I remember the first time I saw them on TV, they were going through their heavy eyeliner phase.
Yeah.
And they were like so like
I remember.
young.
I remember.
But I do remember telling my girls at the time, I was like, 근데 they're different. They're going to make it.
Oh, really?
I swear. Okay. And then like they were like, yeah, they definitely agreed. Not I, but they became ARMY. And then it was very gradual though.
Yeah. One question though. 만약에 그 당시에 방탄소년단 주식을 살 수 있었으면 샀을 거예요?
샀어야죠.
샀을 거예요? 진짜?
샀어야죠.
I did see, like them on television being introduced as 방탄소년단, right? And they would be dancing. I was like, 똑같은 애들 같은데 스타트가
저는 그렇게 생각 안 했어요.
스타트가 전혀 달라진 거죠. I did not expect this to happen.
Right.
So in 2014, songs like Boy in Love, I remember this song though actually, helped build recognition. Their early performances at events like KCON in Los Angeles also hinted that they could connect with overseas fans.
Right.
But the real turning point came a bit later.
Oh, so what was that turning point?
That turning point was the 화양연화 series. Or it can be translated into the most beautiful moment in life series. It marked a major shift. So before that, BTS focused heavily on youth, dreams, school pressure and ambition. But with this series, they began exploring youth in a more emotional and poetic way, which involves, keywords like fear, friendship, pain, beauty, and uncertainty. So they're growing up. I can feel that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And that's when their fandom expanded dramatically.
And I hear that's when they won their first like music show trophy, which is like important for all the idol groups that are starting out, right?
Yes. It was a huge moment for them. Songs like I Need You, Run, and Dope helped BTS grow both in Korea and internationally. Dope became their first music video to pass 100 million views on YouTube. Showing that their overseas fandom was becoming a serious force.
Okay, but we're going to jump forward. When did BTS become like a true global phenomenon?
Yeah, so the major leap came with Wings in 2016 and then the Love Yourself series in 2017.
Yes.
With Wings, BTS won major Korean awards, including their first grand prizes. So then, with Love Yourself, they entered the Billboard Hot 100 and the UK official singles chart.
Right.
In 2017, they won Top Social Artist at the Billboard Music Awards, and that moment changed everything.
Right. And then everybody knew what ARMY was because
그때부터 이제 아미의 존재가 부각이 되기 시작했죠. 그죠? So ARMY wasn't just a fan base. It basically became a global network.
Yes.
And what I mean by this is like it's very organized. They're very passionate.
Yes.
Very multilingual and incredibly active online.
Right.
So BTS and ARMY basically grew together, and that relationship became one of the most important artist and fan bonds in modern music.
And then, dun dun dun, came Dynamite. Like literally.
Bum, bum, ba-bum, bum, ba-bum, ba-bum, bum, bum, ba-bum.
Okay.
맞죠?
네, 맞아요.
Yeah.
I was like, wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. In 2020, Dynamite became the first song by a Korean act to reach number one on the Billboard Hot 100. It was truly a historic achievement.
Yes.
Then BTS followed with Life Goes On, a Korean language song that also topped the Hot 100, something unprecedented in Billboard history.
I mean, who would have thought, right?
진짜로. Yeah.
Right.
They also received Grammy nominations and performed on the Grammy stage, becoming one of the few Asian acts to reach that level of
Yes.
mainstream recognition in the U.S. music industry.
Right. So by then, even, I mean, BTS was no longer just like a K-pop success story. It was
Exactly.
beyond.
They became global pop history.
Right. And BTS also became influential outside of the music industry as well, though.
Very much so. So they spoke at the United Nations and they appeared at the White House.
Sure.
And became symbols of Korean culture on the world stage. So at global events, Korea is now often introduced through cultural keywords like kimchi, hanbok, and now BTS. That shows how deeply they've become tied to Korea's national image.
Yes. And, that is a rare level of cultural influence, though.
It is. So BTS helped change how the world sees Korean popular culture.
Yes.
They didn't do it alone, of course, but they became one of its most visible faces.
Indeed. And then, dun dun dun, they
Dun, dun,
are
dun.
coming to Busan.
부산에 옵니다.
네.
와,
soon,
왔습니다.
tomorrow.
아마 이미 어딘가 있을 거예요. Somewhere in
네.
Busan, they're already
They're
there.
probably.
진짜 기대가 됩니다.
Yes.
The Busan concerts are deeply, deeply symbolic. BTS will perform at Busan Asiad main stadium on June 12th and 13th, which is tomorrow and the day after.
Yes.
As part of their BTS World Tour, Arirang in Busan. It's their first major Busan concert in 3 years and 8 months. 3년 8개월 만에 첫 콘서트라고 합니다. And it comes as part of their first full group world tour in 4 years.
Right. And the date itself, June 13th, I hear is a very meaningful date,
Yes,
right?
exactly. 정말 와 이런 날짜 고르는 거 보면 정말 신기해요.
네.
6월 13일, June 13th is BTS's 13th debut anniversary. Oh my goodness, Army go crazy.
The symbolism, right?
다 13일에 다 몰려올 것 같아요.
네.
왠지. So this concert is not just a tour stop. It is an anniversary celebration, a homecoming, and a new beginning.
Oh.
It is also personally meaningful for some of the members because Jimin and Jungkook are from Busan.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so, in terms of the whole color behind BTS and also Army, it's the symbolic color is purple, right?
Yes. And Busan city is being now covered in purple. Purple is
Have you been out like at the subway station?
the
and
subway
seen
station. Yeah.
everything?
And it starts there. As soon as you get off the train, the first color you see is purple. The purple is the symbolic color of BTS and Army.
Yes.
Fans are already traveling to Busan from Korea and abroad. Some are arranging charter buses, and putting up member advertisements in subway stations, organizing sticker giveaways, and visiting BTS-related places around the city. One fan described Busan as, feeling like one huge BTS exhibition.
Oh, yes. So we have a message from Megan님 who says, 리허설 하는 거 본 사람도 있더라고요. 본 게 아니라 근처에서 들었다고.
Oh, really? Free,
But even if you heard like the sound check,
No.
영광 아니에요?
그럼요.
Like, you can sound check me.
Yeah, it's like a rehearsal. Even,
Right.
if I, 진짜
Yes.
좋으셨겠다. 부러워요. 진짜로.
Absolutely. And we can't ignore the major economic effect as well.
According to the article, foreign tourists' Hallyu-related spending in Korea reached 1.3 trillion won in April, which is the highest level ever. So that we're talking about April. Now it's June. So we're assuming it's only getting bigger.
Sure.
That spending includes concerts, shopping, beauty, fashion, food, cultural experiences, dance classes, visits to entertainment companies, and drama or film locations. BTS is a major driver of that cycle.
Absolutely. So people, come for the music, but they are spending across the economy, not just for the music, right?
Exactly. BTS concert becomes a gateway to Korean tourism, food, fashion, beauty, and lifestyle. That's why cities like Busan see BTS not only as artists, but as catalysts for tourism and regional growth.
Yes. So how would you describe BTS? I know it's difficult, but I'm going to put you on the spot again.
Okay.
If you had to sum up BTS like in a sentence, what would you say?
I mean, I've been seeing them since they were 방탄소년단, right? And just seeing them grow makes me think a lot about my life, and I guess people around us, like how things can change so dramatically.
That's true.
Right? On that note, I would say this: BTS began as 7 young artists trying to protect their generation from prejudice and pressure. And now they became a global movement built on music, honesty, resilience, and the extraordinary bond between artists and fans.
Oh, I like that ending. The extraordinary bond. Yeah,
정말
between the group
그 유대감이
and the friends. You
정말
can feel
강하게
it.
느껴집니다. 네,
Right.
맞습니다.
Well, hence why we cover them today.
Yes.
Very timely. 센스 있게 감사드리고요. And of course, we'll check in with you next week. So,
Yes, definitely.
okay, maybe not too much sleep next week.
조금 덜 잘게요. 내일 다음 주는.
Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Well, it is time to wrap up our segment for today with Michael, but he will be back, of course, next week. Once again, those concerts going to be in Busan tomorrow and on Saturday as well. We have more coming up in hour number 2. We have the usual things, of course, the news. We have our special interview too, and of course, Wagga Wagga Tea Time. Here is a song request from Michael, 불타오르네 by BTS. Enjoy. I'll be back at 8.
불타오르네. 불타오르네. 전부 다 태울 것 같이 Turn it up 새벽이 다갈 때까지 그냥 살아도 보여 우린 저기에 그만하는 널 원수적일래 수적거려 난 사람인데 So what 네 멋대로 살아 네 거야 애쓰지 좀 말아 저도 괜찮아 Alright say la 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 Say la 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 Switch it up, switch it up, burn it up 불타오르네. 내 추억을 들고 all night
FM 부산 영어 방송.
인생 막창을 찾았어 이러는 밤나 불만열사 막창의 신불만열사 장사의 신불만열사 여기가 인생 막창 불타는 막창 열받은 삼겹 불만열사 창원문이 1588-9376
혹시 지금 운전 중이신가요? 어린이 교통사고 피해자 수는 지난 3년 평균 약 9만 명. 특히 어린이 보호구역 안전 기준이 강화된 이후에도 어린이 보호구역 내 사고는 지속적으로 발생하고 있습니다. 스쿨존에서는 반드시 시속 30km 이하 서행, 스쿨존 내 불법 주정차 금지, 차량 출발 전 앞뒤 좌우 살피는 습관으로 어린이가 안전한 도시를 만듭니다. 참, 운전 중 휴대전화 사용은 모두에게 위험합니다. 우리 모두를 위한 교통안전, 나부터 실천하면 모두가 안전해집니다. 어린이가 안전하게 뛰어놀 수 있는 부산. 아이 키우기 좋은 도시는 우리 모두의 미래이자 희망입니다. 이 캠페인은 어린이가 안전한 부산을 만드는 은행, BNK 부산은행과 함께합니다.
Welcome to Busan. Let me show you around. Here you can find the world's largest musical in-ground fountain and the world's only UN memorial cemetery. Stroll along the coast and explore the largest mountain fortress in Korea. As well as all this, there are so many tourist attractions, beautiful exhibitions, vibrant culture, convenient facilities, and delicious foods unique to Busan. With all the beauty and charm of the amazing city of Busan, you'll find yourself right at home in this ever-changing tourism paradise. So stay with us a while. Busan, your #1 tourist destination. Your home, away from home. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM, Busan 영어 방송.
여러분은 영어 왜 배우시나요? 영어 드라마를 자막 없이 보기 위해? 아니면 해외여행지에서 현지인과 자유롭게 대화하기 위해? 더 넓은 세계와 연결되고 싶은 여러분만의 영어 여정이 있으신가요? 영어를 배우게 된 계기부터 나만의 영어 공부 팁을 BFM에서 함께 나눠보세요. 영어가 내 삶을 어떻게 바꿔놓았는지 그 특별한 이야기를 들려줄 주인공은 바로 당신입니다. 부산 시민이라면 누구나 참여 가능. 자세한 사항은 부산 영어방송 홈페이지에서 확인하세요.
셰프 에드워드 데이입니다. 빨리빨리. 한국 사람들은 이 말을 입에 달고 살더군요. 하지만 걸음을 멈추는 모습에 놀랐습니다.
제가 들어드릴게요.
여기 앉으세요.
가장 빠른 나라 대한민국에는 가장 따뜻한 멈춤이 있습니다. 공익광고협의회.
The time is now 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock, Spotlight News. South Korea and EU condemn North Korea and Russia military cooperation. South Korean President Lee Jae-myung and leaders of the European Union or EU strongly condemned military cooperation between North Korea and Russia, calling it illegal and a factor enabling Russia to continue its war on Ukraine. The condemnation came in a joint statement adopted during EU's summit talks with Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, and Antonio Luis Santos da Costa, President of the European Council, held at the EU headquarters in Brussels. Earlier in the day, the president met with Belgian Prime Minister Bart de Wever and agreed to work together to expand investment in each other's countries by their companies in areas including the battery, materials, and energy sectors. NEC launches fact-finding committee into ballot shortage. The National Election Commission, or NEC's fact-finding committee, composed of outside experts, held its inaugural meeting yesterday to launch an investigation into last week's unprecedented local elections ballot shortage. The head of the committee, Cho Hyun-uk, said the group will seek reform measures to ensure that election fairness and credibility will not be infringed upon. In the meantime, court officials failed to secure a key piece of evidence at a polling station site as a box containing ballot papers was discarded by mistake before the court order was handed down. PPP elects Chung Jum-sik as new floor leader. The main opposition, People Power Party, or PPP, elected three-term lawmaker Chung Jum-sik as its new floor leader yesterday, days after his predecessor resigned following the party's crushing defeat in last week's local elections. Chung, a representative from Gyeongnam's Tongyeong and Goseong, narrowly beat fourth-term lawmaker Kim Do-eub in the runoff election by 7 votes. The new floor leader now faces the task of resolving internal rifts surrounding the former president's martial law bid, as well as calls for Chairman Jang Dong-hyuk to resign following the defeat in the local elections. Seoul shares again dip over 4%. The benchmark Kospi plummeted more than 4%, ending at 7,730 points due to escalating tensions between the United States and Iran and a tech slump fueled by concerns over AI stocks. The Korea Exchange had activated a sell-side sidecar for the index yesterday afternoon, halting program trading for 5 minutes. Investors' eyes are now on how the latest U.S. Consumer Price Index may affect the U.S. Federal Reserve's monetary policy and its upcoming interest rate decision. U.S. begins launching more strikes against Iran. U.S. Central Command, known as CENTCOM, forces have begun launching more strikes at multiple targets in Iran in response to Tehran's unwarranted and continued aggression. This follows U.S. President Donald Trump's comment that the U.S. will hit Iran hard on Wednesday after the two sides exchanged strikes overnight following what he claims was a downing of a U.S. helicopter by Iran. Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian said that Iran will stand firm against any pressure or threat, while its foreign ministry accused the U.S. of damaging the diplomatic process. This was Spotlight News. It's time for a special interview on this Thursday morning. And so around the world, cities are competing to attract new industries and investment to drive economic growth. And of course, Busan is no exception. Every other month, we are joined by the Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone Authority to talk about how global business, logistics, and investment are helping shape the future of our city and region. So we have in the studio with us today, Moon Sung-ah, Director of Investment Promotion Division 2 at Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone Authority. So she's here with us. Let's say hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, yes. Thank you and welcome. If you could tell our listeners, give us a brief introduction.
Right. Yes, right. Good morning, listeners and Catherine, and I'm really glad to having me today.
Okay.
And my name is Sung-ah Moon, and I'm a director of Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone Authority, and it is a pleasure to introduce BZFS and share how we are attracting global investment and creating new opportunities for Busan and Gyeongnam.
I see. And so the Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone, we can shorten it, I heard you say, as BJFES. Okay, got it. So for listeners who may be hearing about this Free Economic Zone for the first time, if you could explain what it actually means in simple terms.
Right. The terms Free Economic Zone may sound a little technical or unfamiliar at first time.
Sure.
But BTS Free Economic Zone is a special area to attract foreign direct investment, and it was designated to help both Korean and international companies invest, establish business, and grow successfully in Busan and Gyeongnam.
Right. So how many free economic zones do we have in Korea?
Oh, yes. There are 9 free economic zones in Korea right now, and BTS has been ranked number 1 for 4 consecutive years.
Yay!
That is number 1.
That's
good. Right. And then BTS, with the goal of the global hub for international business and logistics, consists of Busan and Gyeongnam.
Yes.
And then it is closely connected to key areas, and many Busan citizens have already familiar with, including Busan Newport, Jinhae Newport, Myeongji, Noksan, Mium, Jisa, and Ungdong and Durong. Right.
Yes. So thanks for explaining it so thoroughly for our
Right.
listeners and viewers. What role does BJ Fez actually play in our regional economy, though?
Right. And if the Busan port is gateway to the world
Yes.
in Korea, BTS is a global platform that transforms that connectivity into investment, job, and economic value. It is where the global companies invest, industries grow, and new opportunities are created for the region.
Okay.
BTS was designated in 2003 and we opened in 2004. So for more than about 20 years, we attracted about 2,442 companies and hired about 64,000 people.
Oh, that is, those are huge numbers. So,
Right.
You said you are from the investment promotion division, right? So, what does this division actually do, and why is it so important?
Right. Our mission is quite simple. Attracting global competitive companies into BTS and Busan and Gyeongnam.
Okay.
When companies consider new investment, they evaluate factors such as location, logistic, infrastructure, and business support. Our role is to showcase business Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone's strength, identify the right investment opportunities, and support companies throughout the entire investment process.
I see. And so, why would foreign or global companies be interested in BJ Fez?
The biggest reason is our strategic location and outstanding logistic connectivity.
Okay.
BJ Fez is directly linked to the Busan Newport, giving companies fast and efficient access to global markets. This helps businesses reduce the transportation cost, improve their supply chain connectivity, and strengthen their international competitiveness.
I see. I can see why companies would be attracted to BJ Fez. And Busan Port itself is already one of the world's busiest, the world's biggest major logistic hubs, right?
Right, absolutely. Busan Port is Korea's number 1 port.
Yes.
And handled about 25 million TEUs, 20 feet equivalent to unit.
Yes.
Last year, and covering about 70% of the Korea's total export and import volume.
Okay.
Yes, it ranked 7th in the world in container volume,
Yes.
and it also ranked number 2 in the world for the transshipment cargo.
That's major, yes.
And then also, looking ahead, the development of the Jinhae Newport and Gadeok International Airport will create an even stronger triport logistic network connecting port, airport, and land, including railway and expressway.
Okay.
This will further enhance the BJ's position as one of Northeast Asia's leading logistics and investment hub.
Right. So let's focus on the term triport. Can you go even further and help us explain what that means?
Right. I really like that word, triport.
Okay.
Yes, right. Tri means 3 and 3 port.
Yes.
I want to show and share that picture. I really like that picture.
Oh, on our YouTube channel, yes.
Right. The term triport may sound a little strange, but it is an integrated logistic network where ports, airports, and land, including railway and expressway transportation, work together. We have Busan Newport, And then also Jinhae New Port will be constructed by 2040. And Gimhae International Airport.
Yes.
But also because of the location in the residential area.
Yes.
And because of that we cannot run the air cargo. So our government will build Gadeok International Airport by 2035. And rail cargo and expressways are connected to the port. So we are located in the center of the triport, including port, airport, and rail and expressways.
Yes.
Yeah. Today, global companies place enormous importance on supply chain management. They need manufacture products reliably, and then also transport them quickly and stay closely connected to the global market. We offer exactly those advantages.
Right, and that visual gives us a great idea of how important this triport is, and plus with your entity right in the middle, right?
Right.
So beyond logistics, are there other reasons why global companies find BJ Fez attractive?
Oh, yes, right. Another important strength is our industrial ecosystem. Busan and Gyeongnam already have strong industries in shipbuilding and offshore, automobile, machinery, logistic, and port-related business.
Yes.
As you may know, our shipbuilding industry is Korea's shipbuilding industry is number 1, and our automobile is number 5, and machinery is number 6 in the world. And to support that kind of business, about 90% of the shipbuilding industries and 50% of automobile parts and materials and 40% of machineries are located in this area in Busan and Gyeongnam.
Okay.
Yeah. In addition, we offer incentives including foreign investment zones, free trade zone, tax benefits, and cash grant.
I see. Well, I hear that last week BJ Fez recently conducted investment promotion activities. We're going to talk about China. So what was the achievement of that mission?
Yes. With our commissioner, Sung-ho Park, we went to China last week. Our mission aimed to strengthen investment and cooperation networks in Shanghai and Qidong and attract foreign direct investment and U-turn companies.
Okay.
As a key achievement, BJ Fez signed cooperation MOU with Qidong Economic Development Zone and related organizations, creating a foundation for collaboration in logistic, advanced manufacturing, and supply chain management. We also met with Korean businesses in Shanghai to identify potential reshoring and expansion investment opportunities.
I see. We're going to jump ahead a little bit, but I understand that the global business environment is also changing quite a bit, quite rapidly these days. So how does that affect companies' investment decisions?
Right. As global supply chains continue to evolve, companies are focusing more on resilience, efficiency, and diversification. Many are looking beyond the single production base and exploring new investment locations, while some are considering expanding or relocating part of their operations in Korea. That's why we visited Hanoi and China to introduce BJ Fez as a strategic gateway to Northeast Asia and an optimal location for their future investment.
Right, it's location, as I say. So what were the key messages that BJ Fez wanted to deliver?
Our message is simple. If you invest in BJ Fez, you can get access not only to the world-class logistic infrastructure and industrial networks, but also to long-term administrative support and incentives.
Okay. And now we're going to turn our attention to foreign investment zones and also the Bobae district that you introduced during your investment promotion activities abroad. So can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Oh, right. Foreign investment zones are specialized industrial area that support global manufacturing establishing operations in Korea. Foreign investment zone is a kind of special area. Our government buy the land and list the land almost free to the foreign direct companies.
I see.
Up to 50 years. And then there are 3 foreign investment zones in our area, Myeom, Jisa, and Nammun. And also Bobae District is a future logistic and business hub located near Busan Newport. More than a location site, it is being developed as a value-added platform where logistic and manufacturing can be integrated in one location.
I see. Well, I'm sure some of our listeners may be wondering, how can investment attraction benefit Busan citizens and the regional economy, not just for the businesses themselves?
Right. Investment attraction creates far more than factories or logistics centers.
Sure.
It can create jobs, support the local businesses, strengthen industrial networks, and generate new opportunities throughout our regional economy.
Yes.
Although we have 2,442 companies, including 217 foreign direct investment companies.
Yes.
Even though just the foreign direct investment companies, just about 9%, but they hired about 25% of the total employees, and then they contribute about 25% of the total sales. That demonstrate the real value of investment attraction.
Right.
It helps create quality jobs, strengthen their regional economy, and improve opportunities for local citizens. Finally, our mission is bring sustainable growth and prosperity to Busan and Gyeongnam.
Yeah, so beyond attracting investment itself, it seems the real goal is to create this ripple effect throughout the local economy. Is that the goal?
Right. The true value of investment attraction lies in the ripple effect across the regional economy. When global companies invest in BTS, they can create the jobs, generate business opportunities, and strengthen local industrial networks. Over time, these benefits spread to local communities.
Yes. Well, before I let you go, is there anything else that you want to share about BJ Fest?
Oh, right. Thank you a lot. Through BEFM, I would like to share stories about how global investment, logistics, innovations are creating jobs, supporting local businesses, and shaping the future of Busan and Gyeongnam.
Yes.
I hope our listeners will continue to follow the BJ Fest journey as we connect Busan with the world, attract new opportunities, and help build a stronger future of our region. And then also, I want to share my favorite motto.
Okay. What is
All right. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it is called the present. I'm sure that our future will be in the BJ Fest in the future.
Well,
thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in. We look forward to our next visit together. And so once again, everybody, this was Munseonga, Director of Investment Promotion at the Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone Authority. Thanks for coming in today.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you.
Everybody, this was our special interview. We are going to take a song break. So this is 선물 by Melomonks.
빛이 들어오면 자연스레 뜨던 눈 그렇게 너의 눈빛을 보곤 사랑의 눈을 떴어 항상 알고 있던 것들도 어딘가 새롭게 바뀐 것 같아 남의 얘기 같던 설레는 일들이 내게 일어나고 있어 나에게만 준비된 선물 같아 자그마한 모든 게 커져만 가 항상 없이 지나치던 것들이 이제는 오마냥 내게 예뻐 보이고 내 맘을 설레게 해 항상 어두웠던 것들도 어딘가 빛나고 있는 것 같아 남의 얘기 같던 설레는 일들이 내게 일어나고 있어 나에게만 준비된 선물 같아 자그마한 모든 게 커져만 가 항상 평범했던 일상도 특별해지는 이 순간 너를 알게 된 뒤 우리는 모든
It's time for your traffic update. There is a cargo truck that is broken down on Daeonglo from Busan Tunnel to Dongdaesin intersection right inside the tunnel. So please be aware of that area. There are some accidents to report on. First up on the Name Expressway going towards Suncheon, right past the Naengjeong juncture. Another accident on Luno Samsungdaero from Myeongji Underpass to Öl숙도 Bridge past the underpass. But there's another one on Luno Samsungdaero on Shino Bridge going toward the traffic light number 1. It's currently 24 already here in Busan under sunny skies. It's going to go up to 27 across the nation. Clear skies. However, the atmosphere is unstable, which may lead to sudden showers in some inland regions in the afternoon to evening. So you might want to have a small umbrella on you. If it's not raining, well, guess what? That means the UV rays are going to be blazing down with bad ozone levels. So make sure you have sunscreen on today. Avoid going outside during 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. if possible. This was your traffic and weather. It's time for Wagga Wagga Tea Time. Haley's back.
Hello, hello.
Yes, yes. Well, we're going to start with this story. It's not a happy story. This is an update from a story we told you about a few months back about a kindergarten teacher who went to work despite having the flu and died.
Right, so we covered this story back in April. If you remember, this was a story about the family of a deceased kindergarten teacher. They lodged a case regarding the death of this woman who basically went to work, kept going to work despite being sick with the flu, and then died several days later.
Right.
Well, the Korea Teachers Pension Corporation earlier this week passed a motion that was filed by the family for a deceased family wage, recognizing this as a case of workplace or an industrial accident.
Right, so walk us through the details into this decision.
So it's a bit of a recap. The teacher diagnosed with the flu but went to work for 3 days afterwards. She was in her 20s. After 3 days, though, her symptoms worsened to the point that she was hospitalized at the ICU, the intensive care unit, and died a couple weeks later. Well, the family and the teachers union, they both say that she wasn't able to take time off because of this very highly strict and closed-off private kindergarten working environment. Thus, the cause for them calling it an industrial accident. They also submitted documents showing that 43 out of the 120 students at the kindergarten had the flu, plus 2 teachers between last October and December. And the deceased teacher got sick in late January. And the statement from the teachers also saying that they really weren't at a position to be able to take sick days.
So that's the situation. But the pension corporation was torn on the decision?
Right, because last month they held their first assessment or evaluation committee, but then the members ended up holding a tie. So they had to reevaluate the case. And this is when they saw the documents about the number of students and the teachers being sick. So the union said that it welcomes the decision, calling it the first step to restoring the deceased teacher's honor. It also called on the education ministry to take action to strengthen the public nature of such private kindergartens and also the guarantee of right to health for these teachers.
Yes. Such a tragic story. But thank you for the update on that. Our next story is about a budding trend among tech CEOs, and I'm talking about their AI twin.
So there's this urban lore in Korea. I don't know if you've heard of it. If you clip your fingernails or toenails and just kind of like chuck it willy-nilly, not like properly in the trash can, it's gross, but then your grandma might tell you, a rat's going to come and eat it and it's going to turn into you and take your place in life. Yeah.
Really?
But then there is like a derivative meme saying, I've been chucking my nails for years. Where's Rat Haley, who's going to come in and do my work? So waiting for you. So I'm waiting. Well, a 21st century version of this might be your AI twin, who's going to come do your work for you. So we're talking consultants, executive coaches, business leaders, even professors. They're stretched thin, or they don't have the bandwidth, pun intended, to go to every meeting.
Oh, yes.
Enter the AI double, including Harvard Business School. The professors there have incorporated AI versions of themselves into courses and office hours.
Really?
And executives are using their AI avatars to address employees in other countries. And that, that has like a language bump to it. But then really, your office hours.
No, because I had a meeting yesterday. It was a school-wide meeting. It was mandatory. We have a chat room of 99 people in that chat room, and they're like, it's mandatory, 3:30 p.m. yesterday. I still had class yesterday. So I was like,
remember the class you guys scheduled for me?
And then, so we had to provide written proof. And I'm like, check my schedule. That is a written proof. But anyhow, how did they go about doing this?
All right, so apparently with technology, it's pretty easy to make AI avatars.
Yes.
Some startups even provide infrastructure and interfaces to make this easy, like voice and text chatbots for one, but even video generators that, will copy your appearance. They are upfront about this. So you're not like, I'm not going to, make an AI Haley and then have her yammer on. So they're not really trying to trick clients or students. And they even offer the AI double as the cheaper alternative. So like I charge $100 per hour, but if you want to talk to my AI double, that would be $50. I'm like,
Okay.
And then at Harvard Business School, some students will pitch their ideas with the investor AI model, modeled after one of the professors. And the avatars will even ask follow-up questions.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Well, I'm assuming this is not perfect.
It's a supplement, not a substitute. I mean, but then as a teacher, both you and I, when you have to repeat the same thing over and over again? And I'm like, I swear to Hades, I told you this yesterday, 24 hours ago. And you might want to like play a recording of yourself answering that because upteenth time. I mean, so we get it. Talk to the chatbot, not talk to the hand. But again, especially if you are paying for tuition or consultation fees, you don't want to be talking to the AI chatbot the entire time. Also, technology is great, but it's not that great because the appearance is kind of in that uncanny valley. She's a little creepy looking. For example, one tech CEO and a lecturer at Harvard Business School said, my wife doesn't like it. I'm like, sir, did you have your wife talk to your chatbot?
I like. I want that for
I know. I'm like,
my significant other. Like, of myself. Like, because I have to repeat things over and over again. So, love it.
Okay, then.
All right, let's move on to our final story. Many people are demanding that one of their favorite public city mascots be brought back, and hence our text topic today, I'm thinking?
Yes.
Is that why?
So
Yes.
that would be 고향, 고양이.
Oh.
The character's potential return might be in order after the June 3rd local elections.
Oh, so who is this 고양이?
Right. So
Yes.
this is like the OG original local municipal mascot. He, she, it, they popped up in 2012. And it got popular for using this like 뭐뭐 할 거양 style of writing or speaking. Thank you. And it went viral in 2014. It was during winter. And the city's volunteer center used this title, 내 집 앞 눈은 내가 쓸 거양. Basically like, I'm going to sweep the snow in front of my house, right? Meow.
Oh, right now.
I had fun with that. Thank you. Thank you. So this helped the city of Goyang become popular as like the cat city, 고양이. And then 고양이 won multiple awards.
Oh, okay. Why did it disappear? It's so cute. Not as cute as Boogie.
No, Boogie's the cutest.
Yes, but
I mean, we
close
like
second.
the 고양.
Yes.
It was political. Well, the switch over to a different mayoral administration.
I was gonna say,
No.
political about this cute cat?
The cat wasn't, but the
Okay.
creator behind it may have been. So there was a new mayor, new administration, new policies in 2022.
Okay.
But this actually led to real losses, and I think that's an important story. Yes, whenever there's a new administration, there's a turnover. There has to be. But according to an NBC investigative journalism program, one local company had to discard all the merchandise they'd created using that character and lost 20 million won.
Ouch.
So again, speaks volumes about the virtue of keeping your predecessor's project if it's a job well done.
Yes.
So with the flip in the new administration with the June 3rd local elections, a lot of people are asking like, hey, is 고양이 going to come back? And the mayor-elect has pledged to bring it back. So, yeah. 돌아올 고양.
Maybe we'll see a collaboration between the two.
Ooh.
Oh, I am all for that. So, hey, by the way, what's your favorite character? Who's your favorite character?
Do you guys remember like 엽기 토끼 마시멜로? It was like a marshmallow looking really chubby rabbit.
Oh, really?
From like the 90s to the early 2000s.
Was
Look
it
it up.
Korean character?
I have no idea, but it was everywhere.
Okay,
And then I
okay.
like the Teletubbies.
Okay. My favorite, it's like a classic. Never goes out of style.
Which
The
is?
Hella Koyangi.
The Hello Koyangi.
Yes,
Yes. I
always.
can also sing the SpongeBob song from beginning to end, but I won't do that right now.
Not right
Song
now.
break?
Not today.
By
Not
me?
today. Okay. All right, we're going to call it a wrap for today. We'll check in with you tomorrow. Thank you, Haley.
Bye-bye.
And it's time for our next song. So this is Asai by Cortez.
Who is choking? I don't care. 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 Work up, ding it. I just choke on acai. 한잔 먹고 흥이 올라. 흔들면 다 삼바지. 혀속까지 뿌렸어. 진이 마치 알라딘. All I want is day. All I want is day. 어딜 acai. Break it acai. Work up, ding it. I just choke on acai. 내가 많이 좋아해. acai. What on the taste? Good on, come on the tummy. Break up, 보겠시는 마시면 배후에 이신 맛에 so say shit say 홀에 챙이 그다음 날에 제가 어깨 위에 짐을 올리 단아기처럼 동서남 지구 한 바퀴 돌다 보면 순간 울려 바다로 Work up, ding it. I just choke on acai. 두잔 먹고 흥이 올라. 흔들면 난 삼바지. 혀속까지 몰아새. 진이 마치 알라딘. All I want is aya. All I want is aya. 어딜 acai. Bring that acai. Work up, ding it. I just choke on acai. 내가 많이 좋아해. acai. acai 묻은 티. acai 묻은 핑. acai 묻은 album. 들어버린 chain. 키워버린 train. 다 묻혀버린 SNS. Stay. But I ain't trying to bend. 우린 진짜 베개더라고만 lucky. 난 돈 없어진 대로 땡을 찾으러 써말리. 밤새 소시 should hold a checky. 그 다음 날에 check out 어깨 위에 짐을 올린. 떠나기처럼 동선 뭉치고 한 바퀴 돌아보면 순간 울려 바라리. Work 손까지 보라색 지리 마치 ял라띠 All I want is air All I want is air 하늘 아자이 브랜드 아자이 벌컥벌컥 땡겨 아주 소곤 아자이 내가 많이 좋아해 아자이
All right, it's time for our final segment for this Thursday. We have Professor Chang Ho-gun. He's here. Woohoo!
Yeah, thank you for
How are
having me again.
you?
Yeah, thank you. I'm good, fine. Yeah, how are you?
I'm good. Are you sick of our energy?
No, it's
We're
fine.
so
Yeah,
high tension.
Yeah, that's
Professor
right.
Chang comes. I have a question.
Yeah.
It's so important.
Yeah.
Our text topic.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cartoon or animated character? Even like from your childhood is fine.
My favorite
Yes.
is another old one. Is the Grog. Yeah, recently the Mandalorian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Star Wars little cute Yoda-like character.
Really?
But if I have some memories, I used to like the Dooley.
Oh, Dooley.
Yeah, dinosaur, little cute dinosaur.
So cute. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. We're going to go into our segment. What do you have for us today?
In our last session, we discussed the massive physical scale of the ocean's waste crisis.
Yes.
But today, we are taking a close look at what happens when that waste breaks down, transmitting into the invisible but critical threat of marine microplastics.
Yes.
But before jumping into the microplastics, let's quickly review the basics of ocean rubbish first.
Sure. So to start with the basics, when most people think of like ocean rubbish or ocean trash, they picture maybe, I definitely do, like a plastic bottle. Ding, 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 floating, in the water on the waves. But it's much more complicated than that, right? So how do experts actually categorize this?
Yes, you're right. Many of them are just imagine the floating, the rubbish is on the water. But experts look at the ocean's rubbish into two main ways.
Sure.
The where it is and where it came from. Yeah, so if you look at the geography, the categories, we categorized it as beach litters found on the shore and floating debris on the surface or midwater and sunken waste heavy enough to sit on the seabed.
So it's kind of like layered.
Yes. So unfortunately, it's basically everywhere from top to bottom. So, and here is the thing. Yeah, over 80% of all marine litter is plastic.
Oh, that is not good. And that is a massive proportion, 80%, 80. So how do land-based and sea-based activities contribute to all of this global ocean pollution?
Let's look at the land side first. This rubbish washed into the ocean by rains or swept away by extreme weather conditions like typhoons.
Right.
Yeah, if you go for a walk on any beach in the world, the most common land-based litter you will find are plastics, glass drinks bottles, and styrofoam takeaway containers. And believe it or not, the cigarette butts.
Ooh.
Yeah. On the other hand, the sea-based waste is largely generated by marine activities like fishing and aquaculture farms.
Okay.
We see things like styrofoam buoys and fishing gears such as traps, nets, ropes, and even laser angling tackle.
Basically, it's us. We're doing everything. Right? It's like they're all human-related things. So we have like large items, we have bottles, styrofoam, nets floating in the sea. And how does that connect back to our main topic today? Because you said we're going to talk about microplastics.
Yeah, that is exactly the issue nowadays. Plastics, as you know, does not biodegrade by bacteria the way the apple cores and the piece of cardboard does. Instead, it photodegrades. The intense ultraviolet rays from the sun combined with the crash ocean waves cause the large items to become brittle and shatter into smaller and smaller pieces over time.
Oh, see, okay. So this I didn't know. This is the first time hearing about the UV rays. And then with the crashing of the ocean waves, and that's what actually breaks down the plastic into smaller pieces.
So we define the microplastic as any tiny pieces of plastic that is smaller than 5 millimeters.
Okay.
That is roughly the size of a grain of rice or a sesame seed.
Oh, so now we have a visual. So
Yeah.
that's microplastic. Well, a single plastic, let's say a takeout container, technically could turn into thousands of these tiny little pieces. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but even more. It's millions, actually.
Millions,
Yes.
okay.
So we call those secondary microplastics.
Okay.
But Catherine, what if I told you there are also primary microplastics that came directly from our daily lives on land long before they ever reach to a beach?
Because I definitely understand like the secondary microplastics, but primary ones, like what are we doing? Are we intentionally like, making like little tiny plastic particles or?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, historically, companies manufactured tiny micro beads for facial scrub creams, cleansing foams, and even toothpaste.
I remember, yes.
Yes. So thankfully, many countries, including South Korea, have banned those recently. But today, the most surprising sources are your wardrobe and your car.
Wait. Our clothes and our cars? How are they contributing to the plastic in the ocean? Because I don't throw away my clothes in the ocean, nor do we think about like throwing our cars in the ocean, right?
No,
so how does that happen?
Yeah, let's start with the laundry first.
Okay.
A huge percentage of the modern clothing we are wearing is made from synthetic fabrics like polyester, nylon, and acrylic.
Yes. So what happens when you wash?
Yeah, so every time you wash a fluffy fleece a jacket, for example, the friction inside of the washing machine causes thousands of tiny invisible plastic fibers to snap off. So these microfibers are so small, they slip right through standard waste wash treatment plants and flow directly into our rivers and oceans.
I see.
Yeah, additionally, the car tires also made of tough blend of synthetic rubber and plastics.
Yes.
So as you drive down the motorway, the frictions against the tarmac or asphalt wears the tires down, leaving a microscopic trail of plastic dust behind. So after that, when it rains, the dust washes straight down the drain and out to sea.
I feel so bad now because, like, when my car is like real dusty and it rains hard, sometimes I'm kind of happy, right? We're like, free car wash. But we shouldn't be happy. No, I'm so embarrassed now. Okay. So this invisible plastic, it sounds so bad. How does it affect the marine animals that are in the waters?
Yeah, it disrupts the very foundation of the ocean. Let's look at the zooplankton, tiny organisms at the bottom of the marine food web. The problem is that a piece of microplastic is often the exact same size as the plankton's natural food. So the plankton eat the plastic.
Okay.
And since it has a zero nutritional value, they literally starve to death with full stomachs.
But their stomachs are full of plastic?
Yeah.
Aww.
So as you imagine, it travels also up the food chain through a process we call it bioaccumulation. So let's do a little bit of the rough calculation.
Okay, here we go.
A small sardine, it's 100 of those planktons that it's a microplastic particle. And then a large tuna, it's 20 of those sardines. Suddenly, the tuna is carrying at least 2,000 of concentrated microplastic particles in its stomachs and even tissues.
Okay.
And the tuna eventually ends up in the fish market or seafood market and then on our dinner plates.
And then in our tummy.
Yeah. So it is the ultimate environmental boomerang.
Yes.
And then the plastic we casually wash down our drain comes right back to us. So recently, science is now finding microplastics in our drinking water and our sea salt and even in human blood.
Right. And this is so dramatic and dreary. I hope that you have brought something for us. We need something to hope for. So how can we fight against something that we can't even see?
Okay, yeah, because it is impossible to filter the entire open ocean. So the strategy is to turn off the tap at the source. So for the laundry issue, engineers have invented brilliant microfiber filters that you can easily attach to your home washing machine to catch those synthetic threads before they drain away.
Okay.
And then there are also special washing bags you can buy.
Oh.
You simply put your synthetic clothes inside them. The bag traps the shedding fibers during the wash.
Okay. So we need to get our hands on these back traps, okay?
Yeah.
And then what else?
And then bigger scale, urban planners are developing smarter road drainage systems to catch tire dust as well. Yeah. So and also the global fashion industry is shifting back towards natural biodegradable fiber like organic cotton and wools.
Right. And that's why there is this pushback against fast fashion where you can buy, cheaper clothing, but it comes at a cost. Yes, maybe you're paying less. However, not just the environmental impact, but, the quality of the clothing may not be as good, right?
Yeah, so always we need to think about the trade-offs between the convenience and some environmental and impacts, etc.
And I definitely learned something new about the tires. I didn't even think about that. That you're talking about like the dust from the tires as you're driving that goes down the drain. So it does show that our small everyday choices can actually hopefully solve a massive global crisis.
Yeah, exactly. It is very easy to forget what we cannot see. So. But every time you choose natural fabric or traps those microfibers in the wash, we are literally protecting invisible plankton in the deep sea and the magnificent tuna crossing the Pacific Ocean and ultimately ourselves. So just remember, the tide turns with choice we make every day.
And I have a message that I want to read because it's related to our segment. This is from someone named 아빠님, not my 아빠, but someone named 아빠님. 사람이 어류 등을 통해 섭취한 미세 플라스틱은 대변을 통해 배출되기도 하지만 동물 실험 등에 따르면 나노 사이즈 플라스틱은 배출이 되지 않고 체내에 남아 있기도 한다는 연구 결과가 있어요.
Yeah, that's true.
What is he saying? Can you, paraphrase real quick? Like, what's one of our listeners trying to say?
He said, some microplastic. Yeah, we take from the fish. Some part of the plastics probably digest.
And they stay though, right?
But very tiny nanosizes, the microplastics stay inside of the body. So I mentioned earlier, scientists found even human blood and tissues.
Well, thank you to all of you who have tuned in, and of course to Professor Tang as well. We'll check in with you next week. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right. So thank you for all the messages that came in, including this photo from William, which we're actually going to post right now to wish everybody a beautiful day. And coincidentally, I believe it's of like the oceans and whatnot, right? And final song, 다시 여기 바닷가 by Sac City. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Sac City in the house. Come on. Sac, are you ready? 속에 내가 더욱 빛나 별이 되었다고
다들 덥다고 막 짜증내
괜찮아 우리들은 따뜻해
내게 퐁당 빠져버린 널 이제 구하러 가지 않을 거야
모래 위 펴펴펴 편지를 써 밀물이 밀려와도 못 지워
추억이 될 뻔한 첫 느낌 너랑 다시 한번 받아보고 싶어
흐르는 시간 속에서 너와 내 기억은 점점
이미 헤쳐난다 끝난 줄 알았어